And of course, right before the chat, when I was eating dinner, I bit the shit out of my cheek while chewing up some steak. And yeah, now it kind of hurts to talk a little bit. So if you guys want to talk a little bit more tonight, that would be okay with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But anyway, how's it going, everybody? Friends, Romans. Wait, wrong chat. Titty Taco Tuesday 2A. I don't know what the fucking name is anymore.
I love tits.
It's titties are your thing. They're pretty nice. I like looking at them. I like feeling them. You know.
I like sucking on them.
Like slapping them against your cheeks. You know. Playing fucking. Like, what's the boxing thing where you hit the boxing fucking...
Speed bag?
Yeah, speed.
I just hate it when they're my own.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, you were saying before the chat you've been doing something about it, so...
Yeah. Still got them, though. They're getting tinier, but they're still there.
I mean, it's one thing if you're like, oh, I hate my big fat man tits. Give me some more bacon. Then it's like, all right, well, you've earned your man tits, and you don't have the right to complain about them anymore.
Yeah, I hear you.
But if you're like doing something about it, and you're like, I'm tired of my man tits, get rid of that bacon. Like, more power to you, sir.
I'm eating that bacon, but I'm just gonna, jog 5 pounds in kit.
Yeah, that's so bad for your knees, though, man.
Yeah, I know. My body's fucked, so I figure I might as well just get it done.
Yeah, but it only gets worse.
Yeah, I know.
And you jog 5 miles in kit now. It's like you can't walk 5 miles naked later.
I'm just gonna stay in bed naked. I'll be fine.
Anyways, how's everybody doing tonight? Duke, how you doing, man?
Not bad, man. Doing pretty good. Trying to get to those 1,000 subscribers is what I'm doing. So like and share and subscribe to the Duke Liberty channel, please.
Damn, plugged already.
Hey, got to get it out there, man. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm
trying to get to 500. Tactical Buffet Top, like, sub, share.
Hey, that's what he's giving us an intro, getting us, helping us out.
All right.
I'm just gonna walk away for 15 minutes like other people's chats.
Hey. Listen, special circumstances, homie. Special circumstances.
Hey, I got kids too, man.
Yeah.
Mine are granted a little bit bigger and less needy. Thank God, dude. That seemed like it would never end. Like the years of time where it's like, I can't cut up my own chicken. I don't know how to tie my shoe. Like, I need everything all the time. Like, fuck, bro.
Yeah, I'm right there, bro. But you know what? I take every minute of it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's a mixed bag for sure. Because there's you can't go back, right?
Yeah.
And like some of those times like that you're going through right now, while they suck, should be cherished with all of your heart.
Right. But
100%.
there's bad days and good days.
But my God, man, how nice is it to just be able to like, oh, you're taking a shower. Cool. I guess I'll use the bathroom when you're done.
Yeah. I'd agree. I have not like that. I think it's my. They think it's really funny to come in the shower, like to turn the water, on me. Like they think that stuff's really funny, because their mom does it. Because I'm just abused. But yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I remember back when I used to be able to go take a whiz in privacy, and that's gone now. So that's good.
I used to do this thing. My brother would piss me off. So I'd wait till he was in the shower, and I'd go upstairs and flush. There was 2 bathrooms upstairs because we lived in the basement, where there was only 1 bathroom.
Nice.
And I would flush both the toilets at the same time.
You bastard.
I like that.
And then his shower would go from like normal to way too hot to way too cold and back to normal again.
I like that a lot.
I don't know, dude, my brother was mean to me growing up, man. Like, granted, I did a few things to get him back, but like the things that I did to get him back compared to like what was done to me was like, I don't know, like Hiroshima versus whatever the fucking Japs did. Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It seemed like disproportionate. Although one time, I don't remember what he did, but he had pissed me off. I was like as angry at him as I think I'd ever been in my entire life, for whatever the reason was. And I honestly, for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. But he'd also just bought a new pair of Nikes with his own money that he got from mowing lawns or whatever, right? So I took one of his shoes, just one of them, and I threw it as hard as I could into the yard. And then I said, I'm going to go mow the lawn. And I fucking mowed the lawn, and I ran over that shoe 17 times or however many it took until it was like unrecognizable as a shoe anymore. And he was like, he was so upset because he had his one shoe, but he couldn't find the other one.
Remind me not to piss off Honda.
Yeah, well, again, whatever he did, I guarantee you, even though I can't remember what it was.
So good.
Now, do you guys have an older sibling or a younger sibling? Do you guys have siblings?
I am the oldest.
Oh, so you're just a dick and you get to fucking get away with whatever the fuck you want.
Fuck no! I was the test child. I had everything.
Yeah, there's that part of
got
it.
all the cool shit.
There's that part of it too, but also your parents gave a shit about you when you were growing up.
Hell no, I was an accident. The other ones were fucking planned, okay?
Versus like when you're the youngest, it's like, dude, we've already been through this 3 times. You're number 4. We don't care anymore. Do whatever you fucking want.
I'm the middle child. I have an older sister and a younger brother.
Shut up, Sasquatch. There's no way there was anything else after you.
And what's funny is my brother, he's actually close to a foot shorter than me. Or right at a foot.
I love you, Corey.
Is that the mailman's child? Or are you the mailman's child?
I think I'm the mailman child.
Ain't no mailman. It was Sasquatch came to visit. We talking about no mailman. They were out in the woods. They were on a family camping trip, and the Sasquatch came by. She was like, "Man, this is a big old pee-pee." Sorry, I don't mean to talk about your mom like that, but I'm sorry.
God damn it, dude, you're killing me. That's hilarious.
I mean, I took it bad last night. Y'all were eating me alive, all of you. So I'm going to give it back to everyone, including Corey.
Oh man, that was funny. I'm not even sorry about it. You pocket carry a 380 and your main battle rifle is a 1022, baby.
I mean, just because you want to normalize minor attracted peoples.
Oh my gosh!
What's
Stop.
up with that?
That's the one you got to stop. Everything else is fine.
Everyone knows we're joking, Duke.
I know.
I don't know.
I have 2 siblings, actually. Both are older. I was actually supposedly the accident, as I was told.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Or unexpected, I guess is what I would say. Because this is actually a fucked up story that my mom told me years later. Because she was already several months pregnant with me. There was a doctor who didn't realize that she was pregnant, and he had left the door cracked open a little bit during her exam or whatever. And he was out in the hallway talking to somebody else. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe all these fat women coming here thinking they're always pregnant." And then it was like a week or 2 later, she went to her OBGYN. And this woman's like, "You're several months pregnant. Why haven't you been here for this already?" Is what it is. And my mom was like, "I had no idea." And
I don't know.
there was somebody else at some point that was actually trying to talk her into getting an abortion. So, and she was like, "Fuck that. No, it's not happening."
That's good.
So, yeah, she was pro-life all of her life, actually. So,
amen.
So I was looking at this, and there are a few obvious differences. But really, when it comes down to it, what's the difference between a PPK and a fucking Makarov?
Very slight.
It's like the same fucking gun, right?
Yeah.
I mean, besides where the mag release is, and there's a little bit more meat around the trigger guard. But even how you take it apart is the same. I don't know. I never realized Walter was just stealing shit from Russia.
I'm gonna say something very unpopular. I've had 3 Makarovs and I sold them all because I didn't like them. I got slide cut by every fucking one of those things.
Really?
Yeah, because I got big meaty fucking hands.
What about Tokes? What's your opinion on Tokarovs?
I never had one, so I can't have one. I can't have an opinion then.
Okay.
I have both Makarov and Tokarov. I think the Makarov is obviously it's newer, so it seems to be a little bit more refined. But there's nothing wrong with the Tokarov. I don't know. It looks a bit like a 1911, I guess.
I might be like a Glock fed, but I really don't want to carry anything else other than a Glock for a pistol. Is that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just perfect for me.
Well, we got another Glock elitist over here.
Yep. Best gun ever.
If it ain't Glock, it's shit, right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Just fits the best. It's the SHTF handgun.
I still don't own a Glock.
You should.
Well, you got a dagger, same.
I've got a dagger. Does that count as a Glock?
No.
It's close enough, baby.
No, it's not.
I was thinking about getting
Gatekeeping.
I can find like a police trade-in 19.
That's all you need. All you need is a 19
size plus the 15-round magazines. No one gives me shit about.
Yep.
In Colorado, we've got the 15-round magazine limit. So the Glock 19, what is that? Fucking beef jerky and fucking beans and asparagus?
Yeah, pretty.
Black-eyed peas and asparagus. Okay, did you know during the Civil War, the soldiers from the North would be walking through farm fields in the South, and they had this like scorched earth policy, basically, wherein they would take the supplies that they need as they went around, but they would burn your farm down after they left, right? Like as they're leaving, they would set your farm on fire because they didn't want you to be able to supply the Southern troops with food. It was a way of starving the fucking South out. And so there was this huge fucking problem with food in the South during the Civil War because there was, so many farms that had been burnt down and looted and everything by the Northern soldiers, except for the black-eyed peas. There was all kinds of farms that were producing lots of black-eyed peas, and when the soldiers walked by, they would see these fields of black-eyed peas and not recognize them as a crop. And so they wouldn't burn them down, and they would keep going. And then the Southern troops basically at a point had to basically live off of black-eyed peas because there was nothing.
Titty music. Sorry.
Daniel says, huge difference. It's called class between the Walther and the Mac.
I like it.
Good evening, MSB 9021. The Mac was designed in 1948. The PPK was released in 1931. The Russians copy everything. I didn't know that.
Now you do, baby.
Xanatos. I saw, dude.
Saw, dude.
I saw, bruh.
What's that?
Do you have a Makarov or a Tokarov?
I do not, but I did have like the not the real Makarov, the little fake one, the remake of it basically a while ago, but that shit was garbage.
Yeah, I guess
380.
when I say Tokarov, I don't have an actual Tokarov. I have a modern production copy of a Tokarov in 9mm.
Nice.
I wouldn't mind that. See, that's why I don't want to get those, is because of the ammo.
Ammo scarcity. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't really. That's the only reason why I've stayed away from this long. I don't even like the Walther PPK because it's 380.
Dude, when I don't like that Tokarov very much though. It's like it looks fine and everything's fine about it, and it shoots reliably and all that. That's all fine, and the finish is good, and that's all fine. But when you shoot it, it shoots like 4 feet low and to the left.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's like bad, dude.
Sounds like my SIG 320.
Yeah, like when Matt came out, we were shooting it, and I was like, I wonder if it's just me. Whatever. I haven't shot this gun for a while. I'll bring it out. And he's like, dude, this thing sucks. It shoots like 4 feet low and to the left. Like, oh, no, it's not just me.
Have you checked the barrel? Maybe there's a rifling issue.
Needs a taller rear sight.
All right, check it out. This guy, there's a surprise party for him, and this is his reaction as he walks in.
He got the gun.
He pulled that shit quick, bro.
people
Oh,
and himself. Did you see that shit? He pushed the gun into his fucking stomach, dude.
He tried to
Oh
stop
my
it
God.
quick. Dude. He was like, he's still trying to get it in right.
Fucking holster.
that's
funny.
great. Yeah, I told you guys I had to pull my gun on. Well, I actually didn't pull it on him. And the guy wasn't about to get shot. But if he had like walked up to my car and started banging on my window, he might have. But yeah.
Castle doctrine. Car is an extension of your castle.
I know, and
Barry in Texas.
well, and I was trapped in, like I couldn't go forward, I couldn't go backward, and I couldn't go left or right. Like he effectively trapped me in, and he was walking up towards my window, and I'm like, "You got the wrong one, motherfucker."
Yeah, that's how you get clapped.
He didn't stay strapped. He was about to get clapped.
It's nice to be strapped when you need it, though.
Yes, always.
Have you ever been in a situation
have something?
like you're driving down the road and you're like, "Oh, I'll just run to the store real quick. I don't need my gun," and then like something happens on the fucking way, and you're like, "Fuck." Not that you wish that you could shoot anybody, but you know, just the fact that you don't have it on you right then.
Okay, so all right, here's a question to run through the room. What is the bare minimum you run out, even if you don't have your gun? Like, what is the one thing you always got?
A knife.
A knife, for sure.
How much does a RAV4 weigh?
5,800 pounds or something.
Because we have a lot of dogs that get out and they bite people, so I always have pepper spray on me. I always have a pepper spray on me.
I've decided to start carrying a drop knife.
Ziploc bag drop knife. Ozark Trail, baby.
Sprinkle some crack on the body too.
Yep. Wait a minute. Drop crack?
Yeah, you need drop crack and a drop knife.
I like it.
I mean, that way there's no question. Like, he was on crack and he had a knife.
Yeah, well, that's what the cops do. Fucking
That's
crack on people. I see where you were going with that.
Bro, what is making this thing glow like that?
You got like heat paint on it?
The one thing I was thinking is like maybe I've got a while back I had this glow in the dark paint that I fucking used to paint the front sights of something, and I spilled some on my shirt when I was doing it, and then it dried into the shirt and I forgot about it. Now every time you take the shirt out of the dryer, it's glowing red, or glowing green rather, like it just got a whole bunch of light. So heat does it too, I guess, to certain kinds of paint.
Oh, that's weird. Kind of reminds me of the thing that what's his name? That 3D printer guy that is on YouTube. He fucking put a fleshlight on the end of his gun.
I mean, would the fleshlight attacher then become the suppressor, or the fleshlight itself?
I don't know, because it looked like he just smushed it onto it.
Dude, this is done pretty well. I don't know how the fuck you do this. Like molded plastic inlet set like thing for your fucking rifle, but
No, that was an old what was it? The C10 Woodsman. It was a Chevy deal. You'd get a lever action 30-30 and a box of ammo when you bought the truck.
oh shit.
Nice.
Why don't they do that anymore?
Because there's no
liberals.
more men left.
Yeah, it's all anti-gun fuckers now.
Liberals.
Can you imagine if there was like a Cybertruck that came with an AR-15 with like a fucking mount for it?
I fucking might buy it.
Because that thing's bulletproof too.
Yeah, how many people would be buying that shit?
Like everyone.
Someone Elon. Email Elon, Jesus. Elon. Go Shadow says it's glow in the dark plastic. You can see it starting to deform as it heats up. Okay. 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 PSR. What's a PSR? Pussy swivel revolver.
Yes.
Pussy spur receiver. There we go. I don't know what a pussy spur is, but you've got a receiver for one. Oh, here's an oldie but a goodie. Because fuck the police. And anytime you see them get hurt on purpose or by accident, it's kind of funny. Like, how do you come out of that thing at that angle, coming out at that speed, bro? Like, it almost looks like it was fake.
His uniform.
It's just like slippery polyester or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I was going to leave this playing in the background for a minute because makes me
looks like
happy.
he almost scraped his face on the concrete or whatever that flooring is.
Oh, he definitely got his arm. Like, his right arm's fucked.
No, only if an acorn fell, he'd probably fucking load holes into that fucking thing.
No, that's definitely the UK. They only have guns over there.
Oh, it looks like he has a gun on him.
Oh, shit.
That's
Did
totally a gun.
did you see Elon talking about hostile takeovers at Disney?
Good.
I hope he
Oh,
does,
man.
dude. That'd be awesome for Star Wars.
I heard something about that, but I have no idea.
They lost
funding,
so much money, dude.
Yeah, he's funding Gina Carano's lawsuit against him. He's helping her with lawyers and all that shit.
Maybe that's why, like, part of the settlement. I mean, like, all right, and you have to sell the company to Elon at this price per share. Like,
Yeah. Well, either way, it's gonna drop the stocks of Disney. Like, it's gonna go down the fucking shithole, dude.
well, Google
Good,
just
maybe
lost
they'll
like
actually make good fucking movies again and shit.
Google just lost like I forget what it was, like $17 billion of market share
Good.
because their AI sucks and is woke and people hate it.
Yeah, ChatGPT kind of killed their AI.
If that's what it takes, man. Good.
Hitler shot himself with a Walther PPK in 32, supposedly.
Did he though?
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that. The people at the end were the most committed and stuck around in the bunker when given the chance to leave. And I don't believe anything that a person that decided to remain with Hitler in the last few days when the Russians were coming, not the Americans, the Russians, and they knew what the Russians would do to them. And the fact that those people stayed, I don't believe anything some secretary says. And they already proved that the skull that the Russians had wasn't even Hitler. It was some
female.
old woman.
It was a female.
Yeah, it was a female. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't believe for a second that he shot himself in the head at the end. I 100% believe we either don't know, but I saw stuff that we knew he was in South America in the 50s.
Argentina. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it was during Trump presidency, if you guys remember. There was this whole thing where Trump declassified a whole bunch of John F. Kennedy files, like all these Kennedy files, and everyone freaked out. It was like, "Oh, Kennedy files, blah blah blah." Like the deep state people were freaking out, and so they went through everything and redacted a whole bunch of shit so that they could release them, right? And in these droves of files, there was a briefing for Kennedy about the location and activities of Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, they completely forgot about the Hitler shit.
Yeah, so there's Kennedy in the Oval Office receiving a update as to what Adolf Hitler was up to in the last week, and they have the transcript, or not the transcript, they have like the briefing notes or whatever, you know, and they forgot to redact it, and that made it out, and they're like, and next on the news we have some racist shit that's going to stir the pot some more. Like, that's what they've been doing, dude.
Yep.
I also don't believe that China is going to be the one fighting us, honestly. They'd lose too much money. I think it's going to be an inside job, just like World Trade Centers. Oh, I didn't say that. Fuck. Sorry.
Fuck, sorry.
I've talked
Oh,
about
did
this
you
for
say the
years
World
now.
Trade
There's
Center was an
multiple
inside
episodes.
job?
I
How dare you? How dare you?
I am a Christian man, sir.
How dare you?
know.
That's my only
I'm sorry,
argument that
guys.
I have. Like, I'm not going to refute anything. I'm just going to say, how dare you? That's what Clinton did. Remember that? Clinton was giving some speech, and some guy stood up, and he was like, 9/11 was an inside job, blah, 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 blah. And he just looks at him and he goes, how dare you? And everyone starts clapping and cheering and yelling and screaming, and he gets kicked out. So there's no argument. There's no facts. There's no like understanding of what the other side is thinking or what is motivating their fucking being angry at you about whatever it is. They're just insane, and we're right. That's the whole argument. And it's still like that. That's still how the argument goes today. Except for I think it's harder to get, like, you really have to not be paying attention in order for that argument to work anymore. Or just be really dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's also like a certain percentage of the population that even if they know that whatever argument that you have is bullshit, because they know that it's coming from the position of power, from whoever's in power or whatever you might want to call it, that they will go along with it because they don't want to become the target of anything.
Yeah.
It's like an 80-20 rule. Only 20% of people will stand up to things that they know are bullshit and say, hey, this is bullshit, because it's really socially awkward and uncomfortable to go against the grain, you know? Most people are just going to go along to get along, even when it's like detrimental to their future or even their like present health situation for them to do so. They'll still go along with it. Daniel says, can't be possible. Someone who held that much power ain't going to retire to some third world shithole never to be heard from again. Unless you know if you're heard from again, there's like an entire world worth of people that want to fucking see you Gaddafi'd or whatever, you know? Remember how Gaddafi died?
Yeah, didn't they just blow his head off pretty much?
No, there was a lynch mob that came to the embassy and like took him out of the embassy and into the street where they attached bayonets to rifles and bayoneted his butthole to death.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah. They sodomized him with bayonets until he was dead from it. That's got to be like the shittiest way to go, no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy, right? I mean, whatever.
right. He was just against the deep state, you know.
I mean, he just, wanted to make his own bank and start trading in gold-backed dollars that he was printing, you know. No big deal.
He only pissed off the Rothschilds gang a little bit, you know.
You know who else did that? You know who else made gold-backed dollars that he was using to create a new international standard with?
John F. Kennedy.
Oh, that's right, John F. Kennedy. You know who else did that though?
Was it the guy from Iraq?
Yeah, Saddam Hussein. Do you know who else did that though?
Every planned opposition for every war we've ever had. What?
I'm going to go back a little further in history for this one.
I mean, I wouldn't blame that answer.
Was it
Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, yep. The greenbacks. Yep.
So every president who's ever done it has been shot in the head, and every fucking foreign head of state who's done it has been invaded and replaced. Coincidence? Yes, definitely a coincidence. Definitely. There's nothing going on here. Go back and watch your football. Eat some more popcorn. Eat some more hot dogs. Drink some more beer. And go back to sleep, America.
Okay.
Don't worry. The glyphosate in the beer is not killing you and giving you cancer.
Just a little bit of cancer, huh?
don't worry, the food products that are sold in our market are not outlawed in 260 countries around the world. It's not that many actually, but it's like 100 countries or something like that. You can't buy Mountain Dew, for instance.
Yeah, Mountain Dew's really bad for you, actually.
Well, Mountain Dew has a specific chemical in it that is known, proven in laboratories to give you cancer, to give you stomach cancer. But they just serve it here. No big deal. Here's your Mountain Dew. It's America. Enjoy your freedom.
So let me ask you this question. Do you believe that there are forces at work that are controlling things? Or is it that no one's in control and they're just greedy politicians that are wanting to look out for themselves? Or is there actual groups of people that control things at a higher level?
Well, let me answer your question with a question, Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of the Bilderberg Group?
I have.
Have you ever heard of, I don't know, Bohemian Grove?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of Illuminati?
I have.
Have you ever heard of the New World Order?
I have.
Have you ever heard of, I don't know, the Bank for International Settlements or the World Health Organization or all of these other things? Every single one of the, not every single one of the people, but the majority of the people that's at the top of these international organizations that are funded with governmental money from around the world go to these secret meetings together. They're all at Bilderberg. They're all at I can't even remember the other one that I'm trying to think of.
World Economic Forum.
Yes, well, there's that one too. Fuck, Davos is the one I was trying to think of. They're all at fucking like every time there's a budget crisis, all of the same people show up. But then they're all holding hands naked in the woods, watching effigies of children being burned to owl gods every other year or whatever it is that they meet at Bohemian Grove. You know? It's like, is there people at the top? Are there groups of people that are working together in secret and conspiracy to make things happen?
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
100%. Yes, there is.
I'll say yes. I was thinking there's also a good portion of them that are sharing confidence too. Can't leave that out there.
Well, and there's people who are greedy, and you know, like that's how you get into the club. You get big enough, you get greedy enough, you get enough money, maybe you can buy your way in, and then we can show you like where the bones are buried. But now you're part of the club forever, and if you try to get out, you can't. And what was the name of that Tom Cruise movie where he became a lawyer for the devil? Devil's Advocate.
Yeah, it was
Devil's Advocate.
A better one was Eyes Wide Shut.
that one scares me. That scene where he's in the mask area, that's a super dark, creeped out scene. You know what I'm talking
That's the kind
about?
of shit these fucking people do, man.
Yeah.
What's weird though is like that's like a fantasy for chicks though too. Like, let me put on a mask and get fucked by billionaires and use them for whatever I can get from them because they're billionaires. Like, ugh.
It's a type of sort of attention.
What?
Like, would you let Oprah and her billionaire, like, ghoulish looking... Oh, and that's another one, dude. Why does she look younger?
Adrenochrome.
Like, you've seen, like, pictures of her from, like, the 1980s or whatever, and she looks older in the 1980s than she does now.
Casey?
She looks worse in the 80s than she does now, yeah. I don't know about, like, older or younger necessarily, but she definitely looks worse.
Are we sure this isn't
Devil's
Oprah 2 or
Advocate
3.0?
Keanu Reeves?
Why would you say that?
Daniel says, look up his approval ratings in Europe after World War II. The dude was more popular post-war than during the war for the next 30 years. That would have went to his head. I don't know, man. I feel like there's a lot of people who would have just like found out that he was alive and tried to kill him too. So, like for every person, every Mark Malone out there, you've got You got a Ben Shapiro, you know. Anyway, look at these guns.
I like.
That's that weird suppressor that you can like keep adding pieces to and make it longer or shorter, or make it really longer or really shorter.
That's cool.
Baffles and stuff.
Yeah, like each one of those like little fucking sections has a baffle inside of it, and you can take it out and then screw it together without it in it, or add more of them to it. It's just the base plate and the end cap are the only ones that are necessary.
Yeah, I remember seeing Grand shoot a video like, was it like 20 feet long of number of baffles to see if the bullet will still go through or something, and it kind of got stuck in between.
I mean, I'm sure if you put enough of them together, it would probably sag somewhat, and then you'd have a baffle strike.
I forgot. I think some of it did, and some of it was just like, they were, it dragged. Of course, it's going to stop the bullet around. So it dragged, and it got stuck in the middle. Some went through, some didn't.
Some are home, some are not. Some screen our calls. So call back. I kind of like this.
It's different, that's for sure.
Not for me.
I mean, it's an AR that's kind of married to an AK in a way.
Although I do like those butt stocks. I think those are pretty sweet. Their adjustability. I just wish they could do the cheek riser and go up as well.
Except for it's not a buttstock; it's a pistol stabilizing brace, isn't it?
I know.
And that's why there can't be a cheek riser, because it's not what it's for.
Not meant for your cheek. I know. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You can shoot. You can still shoot from your cheek, right?
What happened to the good old days of putting a fucking tennis ball on the end of it and calling it good?
I know, right?
Those bastards. Remember what they took from us.
Yep.
Now let's hear Biden talk about guns again.
Yeah, Lord.
Put a pistol on a brace, it turns into a gun. Makes it more. You can have a higher caliber weapon, a higher caliber bullet coming out of that gun.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Put a pistol on a brace.
I didn't see that end part when I. She's right, though. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. X Adam 1 says CZ Scorpion, AR, AK, and bolt action had an orgy, and that mutant gun was born. That's about right. I don't see the bolt gun. Where's the bolt gun in this? There's definitely AR, AK, and maybe kind of, I guess you could say, fucking Scorpion, maybe. Whatever. Pussy, peen, vagina.
Whoa.
The Four Horsemen of the Awakening. Rogers, be kind to others. Ross, be kind to yourself. Irwin, be kind to animals. Jones, fight globalists.
Yo. I will tell you that going to sleep listening to Old Boy Paint Some Trees ain't a bad way to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Alex Jones. I was like, you go to sleep watching Alex Jones.
Well, just get your blood pressure up, and you start having like real weird dreams while being in the forest hiding from the Illuminati and stuff. Like, no way, dude. I don't need that in my life, but I do need paint happy trees, though.
See, the thing is, I'm kind of retarded.
See, I've said those words. I've said those exact words and meant them.
Well, you were in the Marines.
That's true.
That's like one of the cadences they make you say while you're running.
Oh, that's good.
Your favorite flavor crown is blue. Many is like it, but this one's for me.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Love you, dude.
I got you.
My favorite Alex Jones rant still has to be the Eat Thy Neighbors.
eat thy neighbors.
Or eat your neighbors, however want. Yeah. He's done eating his neighbors.
I don't know, man. Like, that's something to consider, though. And we were talking about this on your chat earlier. There's a lot of people out there who are like, oh shit, I see things going bad. I see this country going in directions I don't like it. I see conspiracies and deep state and blah, 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 whatever it is. I see an end to this country coming, or at least like bad times are coming, you know? So I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to actually do something about this. What am I going to do? I'm going to go buy some guns and ammo. Cool. Now I'm set. And that's kind of a huge problem.
Wrong outlook.
Well, it's kind of a huge problem because you didn't get enough shit.
Yep.
Like, you saw that there was a problem and you got some guns and ammo and you said, okay, now in case shit goes down, I'm good. But really what you're saying is, now when shit goes down, I have the means to kill my neighbors and take their shit.
Yep.
So that's a thing.
That's a bad thing.
Well, the thing is, too, when people always talk about like hunting and shit as a fan, there's going to be a lot of first-time hunters out there that end up shooting and killing each other. And they're going to become dinner at some point.
Have you guys seen, when I didn't repost any of these because I didn't want to talk about it really, but now that it's in my head and I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of wishing that I had reposted them. There's like 4 or 5 different stories right now around the nation about some teenage girl, American girl, who was either raped and murdered or just raped by some illegal immigrant who shouldn't be here.
Seen that. He's actually Venezuelan, I believe.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So do you think it could be like a distraction? And then, oh, let's talk about this now.
No, because no one's talking about it. That's the thing. It's the only ones who are talking about it are like the local news stations who talk about shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they're not talking about it on CNN. They're not talking about it on Fox News. They're not talking about it on MSNBC. So no, it's not that. It's not
Trump.
them distracting. That's this shit happening in reality, and people becoming the victims of this shit in reality, and them saying, oh fuck, this looks really, 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 really bad. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want to point a finger at the migrant issue. No, do they?
Well, no, because if you point a finger at the migrant issue, especially if you're them, you also have 3 fingers pointed back at yourself, because who created that problem?
And they'd rather people suffer than for them to be wrong.
And the thing is, the blood of every single victim from now until eternity, of every single person who is a victim of any kind of crime, from anybody who's an illegal immigrant, who is in this country and they shouldn't be here, that got in by illegal means, that blood is on their hands.
Yep.
And they don't want to admit it. In fact, I think they probably enjoy it. I think there's a certain level of sadism and sociopathy that attracts people to power. Like, the number of sociopaths in the federal government compared to the general population of the United States, it's like 2 or 3 orders of magnitude higher. So it's like what is, like 1 out of 100 people in reality is a sociopath, but it's like 1 out of 10 if you're in Congress, or probably even higher. It's probably like 1 out of 2, I would bet.
Trump actually released a new campaign ad that was calling out the murder of Larkin Riley in Georgia.
HK, you're poor and I hate you. Palmetto State Armory, you're poor and I love you.
Yeah, baby.
I love Palmetto. I really do. I was looking at my order history through Palmetto the other day. I'm like, oh my god, dude.
HK.
I've given them so much of my money over the years.
Got like 6 pages worth.
Worth it. At least they
been-
actually give a shit about the two-way community and give us what we want, man.
Yeah, they do, and they listen to us, and they I don't know, they sell enough shit to fucking make it worthwhile and make it cheap to buy stuff from them, and they come out with their own cool ass designs for stuff because I don't know, they care about it. Like fucking Palmetto's the shit, bro. Well. Wellens free. But isn't the king of Palmetto State Armory and fucking Taurus Firearms himself?
You may kneel.
More silent than a winter's night.
You may bow.
What's up, dude?
Up.
How you doing?
Not too shabby.
Very nice. I saw this. This is ridiculous, dude.
Jeez.
That's an old one. I remember that.
Come on.
Like, come on, dude. Can you imagine, like, the Nazis coming out with this shit? Like, all the Nazis coming out of the bush with this shit?
At least you know you're good resetting the gun once it flip backs up.
It does look a little sluggish, doesn't it? Like, usually that fucking little elbow joint goes pretty quick. Before you judge Biden, walk a mile in his shoes. All right, then. Monica Lewinsky launches campaign to get women out to vote. Monica Lewinsky models in new Reformation campaign to urge women to vote. So she's modeling.
Vote for who?
Democrats, obviously. Who do women vote for? Use your brain, bro. Who do women vote for?
Sluts.
Liberals.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I posted a thing in
devil's
Discord.
advocate. Hey, you never know.
No, you do know. Look at the statistics. Women always vote Democrat.
No,
Not
I agree with you.
Not every single woman, but like women in mass, if you add them all up, always vote Democrat.
Well, shit. I think it's what? I think for what? Black women is almost like 99%.
Yeah, like African Americans basically Democrat vote, like 80%, something like that total.
No, for women, I think it's like in the 90s, but for men, I think it's like a 60-40, it's something like that.
Yeah, so overall it's like 80. And then for women, overall it's like 78% or 75% vote Democrat. So it's basically the same. Like that's just like their two main voting blocks are women and black people. And if they can get them to vote, then they win. That's the way that works.
I posted a meme in Discord where it was Monica Lewinsky saying she was voting for Trump because the Democrats left a bad taste in her mouth.
That's pretty good. I like that.
This article I'm reading right now, it says Lewinsky is using the collaboration to remind people that voting is how you make your voice heard in a democracy.
They should go move to a country where they have a democracy, and they should do that.
Yeah.
Was she wearing a blue dress in the interview?
Probably.
It's like the one color of dress she can never wear again. Like no matter what happens, she'll never buy another blue dress. Remember when I bought that dress for Night Strike?
Yep.
And he said that he never got it.
Mm-hmm. Which is bullshit.
He's wearing.
I paid money. It was like $60 for that dress, dude. What are you gonna do? Just in, Google loses $70 billion in market value after Gemini AI exposed as woke. What is that sound? Who are you?
That is me, sorry.
Yeah, that kind of makes me happy, dude. Like, I don't know. They were like the thing that pissed everybody off on the left anyway was they were like show us pictures of Nazis, and they kept making black Nazis. So they're like, this is wrong on so many levels. But I mean, if you're like, hey, like show me a picture of Thor, it would be like a black dude with a hammer. You know, like what the fuck?
I'm trying to use the term slave owners. I'm curious what they would have put on that one.
This is George Washington's bed from the Revolutionary War. It's called a trunk bed. So you'd have this trunk that you would have your servants and whatever carry around on your thing. And when it's time to go to sleep, you open the trunk and you like unroll your mattress. This was like high technology at the time, bro. Like this was like rich people shit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It looks like a graham cracker.
Looks like a giant saltine.
Yeah.
It looks super uncomfortable, to be honest. But at least bugs don't crawl on you and shit, you know?
Yeah.
For the most part. I thought that was kind of cool.
I'm making me wonder how much that cost for that bed during those times.
Yeah, who knows? I'm sure it wasn't cheap. Like, what? Because otherwise, everyone would have had them. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You scrolled far enough. Here's a golden AK.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's a goat gun.
Yeah, it is a goat gun.
Yeah.
I like those. I got a couple of them.
Yeah, I got one. They're pretty cool. They're kind of cool. It's cool how they actually eject the fucking round. That's the coolest part.
Not all of them do. I got the Sig Rattler and it does, but I got a Freedom AR and it does not. That's weird.
Have you ever played? Don't they make like a Glock, little mini Glock thing too?
They do not make a Glock. They make a 40. They make a Colt 45 though.
I know.
Doesn't someone make a mini Glock?
Glock? I don't know if it's that same company, but because I wanted to grab one of those.
Yeah, so did I, and they didn't have one.
No, like somebody makes a mini Glock.
Yeah,
I know that it exists.
I know that for sure.
Yeah, somebody has to for sure.
Become ungovernable.
Can, baby. Can you please?
They found a picture of Duke in high school.
That was in his rebellious teenage stage.
Yeah. Before the military set him straight on the straight and narrow, and he went all anti-gun.
Duke.
Peak male specimen at McDonald's, 1989.
That's funny.
Dude, I remember when you could just smoke inside everywhere you went. There'd just be people smoking inside, like go to a movie theater. There'd be like you could see the fucking like the projector screen through the smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You go to a restaurant and they ask you smoking or not smoking.
Like every car that was sold had 7 ashtrays in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. People don't smoke like they used to. Like everywhere, everyone used to smoke. All the fucking like, what are the tobacco companies doing? Are they freaking out? Or are they just like selling shit to China now? Is that what they're doing?
Just make vape pens.
Yeah, but I don't feel like, I don't know. Maybe they make money off of the vape shit. But when I was vaping, I feel like I was spending less money on the vape juice than I was on cigarettes. Because you buy like a fucking vape cart and it lasts you a week, and it costs like $10.
Well,
versus a pack of cigarettes is like $9 and lasts you for a day.
Well, I say you're more older than me. I'm pretty sure what the cigarette companies had a lot more, infrastructure and places to do so now. I'm pretty sure now it's all like shrunken down. Huh?
Well, it was certainly more socially acceptable back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, when you would go to a restaurant, like Corey was saying, there'd be a smoking section, and you could sit down. Dude, I miss this shit. When I was, like, fucking, like, 20 years old, like, sitting down at a fucking diner and drinking coffee and, like, playing fucking cards and smoking cigarettes and hanging out. Like, I miss that shit, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone who was cool used to go to the fucking, the local place and play fucking spades and smoke cigarettes and
bro, we still do that.
We're a big ass.
I still see that a bit, but it's always like older folks, and you got 1 or 2 smokers. So my dad's like one of those.
Nah, We still do that. It's just called living in Nebraska.
It's called hanging out.
I don't know. There's something about like coffee and a cigarette that just goes so well together. And it's been so long since I've had coffee and a cigarette that I miss it, kind of. Like I still drink coffee all the time, but like that combination, dude. And like you wake up in the morning and you have your cup of coffee, and then you light your cigarette, and you're smoking your cigarette, and you have your coffee, and then you gotta poop immediately.
My dad does it, but he drinks his coffee first before he starts smoking.
No, you got to do them both at the same time, man. They mix. It mixes well. It's like pairing your wine with steak and shit, you know. This would go good with a Shiraz.
Or your cigar with some brandy.
Right.
I do love a good cigar.
All right, $100. You got to drink a cup full of Hidden Valley Ranch.
Ooh.
$100. Do I get chicken strips with it?
You just got to drink that bitch.
I'm down.
I'm fat.
It's bad.
I knew you'd be down, Corey.
I do it too.
He'd have to pay me more than $100. Fuck that shit.
Oh yeah, $100 ain't not not enough.
There's an amount of money that I would do it for.
You're ranch biased.
$150 Honda.
Nope.
$300.
Like when you put in people's food, you can like type shit in so it like goes to the kitchen, and the guy at the kitchen knows like your special order. And someone ordered a pina colada, and this is what she wrote: pina colada, quote unquote, extra creamy. I don't fucking know. That's just what he said he wanted. I guess add whipped cream before you blend it. I don't fucking know. I hate it here.
Damn.
Thanks a lot, Biden.
I feel that shit, bro. I feel that shit. What's funny though is that'll show up on his tab. Like sometimes when you write shit in like that, like special order, and you give them their paper tab, it's like, oh, $29.87 or whatever.
Yeah, but if you'd seen that, you wouldn't give an awesome tip because you'd laugh your ass off.
Oh, I absolutely would, but some people would be offended.
Well, they're lame. So
I know some people have brains that make them lame. That is true.
Can't fix that.
Well, high velocity exchange of ideas, yeah.
We have a video of Jacob Rothschild's last moment surrounded by his loving friends and family. Are you guys ready for this? There you go.
Fucking Skeksis, bro.
Dude, that shit that creeped me out when I was a kid.
I've still never seen that movie.
I've never seen it.
Can you imagine watching that at like 8 years old?
No, I can see it creepy.
What is it called again? Fucking the
Dark Crystal.
Yeah. Dark Crystal.
How old were you when you saw it, Matt?
I saw it at the movies, so whenever it fucking came out. I don't know. What year did it come out?
That's a good question.
I saw it in the fucking
485.
82. Any good? 1980. How old were you in 1982?
I was 5.
Bro, you had to be terrified.
I don't remember being terrified of that movie.
I was about 5 or 6 when I saw it too. I don't remember being scared of it.
Like creepy, freaked out. I didn't like the bird things. I thought they were real. I thought they were going to come get me.
Dude, nothing in my childhood as far as creeping me the fuck out and freaking me out compared to the fucking earwig scene in fucking Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That got me more than anything because, again, I saw that when it came out, which I do believe was 82 as well. I saw that movie at the movie theaters at like 5 or 6 or whatever fuck old I was, watching them put this fucking slug earwig bug thing in Chekhov's head, and it freaked me the fuck out.
You know, for me, it was Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which watching it now is like, it's ridiculous. It's like an absolutely ridiculous movie. It's not even scary. But when you're like 6 and you see that shit, and clowns are already kind of weird, you know, kind of already uneasy about clowns in general.
Oh, I mean, I like the clowns. The only clown that looked scary to me was, the one from It, the TV show one.
I think that movie came out when I was like 10, and I would watch it on repeat on like HBO, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, again, it depends on how old you were when you saw it.
Yeah, I was older, so like, I thought it was funny. Like when he knocks that one dude's head off, and like I thought it was funny.
Like the two girl clowns are sitting there, and they start drinking the fucking punch, and their tits get all big. That freaks me out too. Why are their titties getting big? I don't know.
But you liked it.
Child, can anyone do a good Christopher Walken? I certainly can't. No. Child molesting Satanists rule the world.
Child.
Christopher Walken.
Child molesting Satanists rule the world.
Rule the world.
Rule the world. I can't. I don't know. I can't do it.
You know, child molesting Satanists. Well, they rule the world.
That's pretty good. All right. Good job. Before they collected all the wedding rings, they collected all the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget that. Dude, I was reading this thing. They were talking about all of the gold ever discovered by humanity. If you put it all together at the same place at the same time and melted it down, it would basically fill up an Olympic-sized swimming pool. Like, that's it.
I remember hearing some say a lot of the gold came around in South Africa, I think, but I don't know if that's true.
I don't know. I was like watching this thing about Cortez. You know, like Cortez when he came to America and like took over and fucked the Incas over or whoever it was. You know, like at one point they came in and they said to the local people like, "Hey, we're really sick, and the only thing that can make us not sick is gold. So you should give us all of your gold that you can because we're dying and we need all the gold so that we don't have to die." And so they're like, "Oh, okay, like here's some gold." And then they saw how much they had, and then they like came and fucking like a year later with guns and took it. Like came and took all the gold. And then they stayed there for like another year or two, and then the locals got sick of them and tried to overthrow them and kick them out. Right? And like as they were being chased out of town, there were dudes who were like grabbing all of the gold that they could and like loading up their pockets and shit and like running away. And then they had to cross a fucking river to get away. And they all fucking died because the gold fucking weighed them down and they drowned in the water. Yep. Oh, that was kind of cool. Their greed killed them. Sounds like a Jew trick. Jesus Christ, Mark Malone.
Fucking Malone.
Ghost Shadow says hell of a lot more gold than that. I don't know. Let's look it up. How much gold has been found? There we go. 212 tons. In volume. How about that?
Guess who's back? Back again.
Well, whatever. I can't find the fucking source of the thing that I was looking at before. Fuck me. What do you know? It's the internet.
See, there goes the thing I talked about. Like 40% of it came from Africa.
Here we have who are these guys farmers from?
EU.
EU farmers, but where's the EU headquarters?
Probably in France.
Yeah, I think it might be France or.
Yeah, France and people in France are doing a lot of shit right now.
Bro, they're fucking everything up. Can you imagine living in one of these cities and they're just like covering everything in manure and like the price of food is going up because no one's working, but then also because the government's regulated things so no one can work. And so instead of working, they're doing this.
Good. If we did that, if we had some fucking balls, maybe we wouldn't have so many bullshit regulations here too.
Just remember, Europe's only 5-10 years ahead of us. Like whatever's happening in Europe, they're only a little bit ahead of where we're at.
I think the main reason we're seeing this in European countries right now is because they don't have guns, whereas we do, and we know it would just be a fucking bloodbath over here on both sides.
But the problem is there's still a lot of cowards that ain't doing anything.
Yeah, I get it, and I'm not saying there shouldn't be stuff done, honestly.
I say the farmers are in the right.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, dumbass. It's 212,000 tons. Sorry. Sorry.
Damn it, dumbass.
My bad.
That's a bit aggressive out the gate.
Yeah, that is a bit aggressive. Jesus. God damn, son. Now that I've gotten older, I've come to realize why Bigfoot stays away from people. I don't know. I'm getting to the point where, like, a house in the woods by myself without internet or anybody around sounds better and better and better. It's like, is that bad?
No.
No. That's like
old man status.
That's what we all want, man.
Like, I'd like to have, like, a couple of friends that stop by every now and again, but don't overstay. And, like, I don't know. I can go fishing and hunting and shooting and dirt biking and exploring and whittle stuff out of sticks that I find and, you know what I mean? Like, do man stuff in the woods. That's what we all want to do. That's what we're genetically built for, bro. Like, we spent hundreds of thousands of years of our evolutionary developmental periods of time living in woods, whittling things off of sticks and hunting for animals and bringing home pelts and, you know what I mean? Like, that was how we had our worth, was as hunters, as providers, as explorers and conquerors of nature. And now we're just relegated to, I don't know, dealing with bullshit that no one wants to deal with, and that's why they pay you, or sitting in your cubicle all fucking day, or driving a fucking truck and it, like, tears your body apart, and you spend fucking 12 hours a day inside of a fucking truck just sitting in a truck. Like, we're not meant to do this shit, bro.
Amen.
Interestingly enough, when it came to early man, they were actually more scavengers than hunters. They would actually go after, like, big cat kills and stuff like that. After the lions or tigers or whatever had their fill, they would just go in and, like, cut off a leg that was left or whatever and take it back to the people.
So back in the day, before my family fell apart and shit went terrible in my life and things like that that were outside of my control as a child, I did giant slalom skiing. That was one of the things that I did, and I was training to be on the Olympics. I was never actually part of the Olympics or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't, like, that good, but I was trying to be that good. And this is what you don't want to do if you're giant slalom skiing. See what just happened there? You're supposed to go around the thing. He put one foot through the gate, which then hits you in the nuts and makes you crash. That's basically how that goes. Yeah. You don't want to do
Has
that.
that happened to you before?
No, it never did. I was always worried that it would, and it never did.
Seems like a great reason to wear a cup.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. Just make sure you make your turn, I guess. Shit. Fucking tuck that knee in. Oh, I saw this. This is it's a new rap for Matt's car.
Hell yeah.
How dare you?
Put that on a test.
I mean, I'm Isaac saying Roger Rabbit.
How dare you? I mean, boys, you got to remember, today is February 27th.
Armageddon Eve.
And, well, I mean, I guess it depends on where you're at. East Coast time, what is it? It's like 11:20 right now. In 40 minutes, it will officially be February 28th. Whereas we all know, it will be the end of the America that we know it. You will wake up tomorrow morning living in the country that we've all known and loved. The one that we grew up in, the one in our history books, the one that we talk about. And we will go to sleep tomorrow in something else. It will be a different country. What it's going to be, I can't say. How it's going to affect you, I won't say. Because I don't know. But one thing is for sure. Tomorrow is the day that I predicted. That shit's going to go down. What do you guys think? Am I going to be right?
It's a possibility.
I give it March 15th.
Kind of seems like shit's going kind of crazy though right now, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Russia's
say
already.
no, but who knows? Maybe something little might happen. So,
I mean, everything's getting hacked. It could be like something else gets hacked that's more major than like a telecommunications company or whatever.
I have fires in Texas.
We got billionaires who were selling billions and billions of dollars worth of stock to get cash so that they can buy stuff. What if like the need for whatever they're buying becomes apparent tomorrow? You got China sending balloons over our country and the United States federal government sending jets to shoot them down and shit, you know. You got, I don't know, how many prosecutions going against Trump right now?
300.
At this point, more than can be counted.
You've got a border that's wide open with hundreds of thousands of people coming over who we don't know who they are and we don't know why they're here. We don't know what their intentions are. Many of them being sent by foreign governments. Many of them potentially being part of sleeper cells that are ready to do actions in this country, planned and trained and ready to execute at the drop of a dime when they hear the code word that will be spoken on national TV tomorrow, February 28th. Who knows? Like, there's a number of possibilities. I mean, you got World War III looming. We've got thermonuclear war potentially happening. You got Russia, China, Ukraine, America, the EU, all at odds. And you've got a country, the United States of America, who's obviously going after people for political reasons. They're not enforcing law. It's not about rule of law or equal application under the law. It's about who pissed us off and who can we fucking point the gun of the law at. That's where we live at now. That's the country that we're in now. And it sucks, and I wish it weren't so, but it is so. And if it doesn't happen tomorrow, I don't think we're far away.
You got France saying they're going to put troops in Ukraine to help Ukraine out. That's another thing.
Dude, we don't have our troop levels are down so much that they're letting people into the country and hiring them as fucking army or whatever. Hey, come join the Navy. We know that you don't speak English, but we'll teach you along the way. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you're already good at swimming.
I think that shit's going to backfire them if they try to keep pursuing that.
Well, I mean, that's what part of what led to the downfall of Rome. Yeah. All of the Roman soldiers were foreign nationals. They weren't Roman. They were Visigoths or they were fucking German or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And they paid them silver to fight for the Romans. And that was all well and good until they ran out of silver. It's not like if you're born in America or whatever country, we'll call it Never Enough America, right? That's the country. It's a new country. And everyone from Never Enough America is very patriotic about their country and willing to sign up for service, knowing that compensation will be low compared to what they're being asked to do, and they do it willingly because they love their country so much and because it's such a great place, right? Now, never enough America doesn't have enough money to pay all the people. Do they just come back to the country and tear it apart? No, they love the country. They might be a little upset. They might be a little angry about it even. But they're not going to destroy the very foundation of the country that gave them everything that they've had, even if it wasn't enough. But if you're born in Kenya and you come to Never Enough America, and we pay you money to fight for us, and you begrudgingly do so, complaining the whole way that it's not enough money, but whatever, I can't get that much in Kenya, so I might as well do it here. And now Never Enough America runs out of money and stops paying you. What do?
You rebel.
You get your pay one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do. And that's the future that is the future that we're cooking up right now. And it's a future that we could have learned from a past if we just learned a little bit of history. But instead they make fun of it. They make fun of it like a meme. Oh, how many times a day do you think about the Roman Empire? Boys are stupid. Where's my Instagram? I'm gonna go on OnlyFans and make more money. Like, yeah, you're a modern day whore. You're like the first fucking profession is coming back in full force right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
I mean, don't be surprised if it becomes legal here in this country. Me, I don't care for one way or the other.
Since we're on that subject, check out that link I just dropped in the back chat.
Ohio's only fan page.
Well, things get bad enough, and enough people jump on that bandwagon of like, oh, well, I can't feed my kids, so I'm going to go whore myself out, right? Well, now there's a calculation for the price of things, right? Supply and demand. If the supply of something goes way up, like all of a sudden there's a lot more women who can't feed their kids and need to be whores to feed them, and the demand for whores stays the same, then the price of whores goes down. Like they don't. It's pure economics.
It's whore economics.
Yeah, I mean, you fuck them, you don't marry them. But
I demand fair whore prices.
I'm just saying, man. How much do you get a fucking like a blowjob in Venezuela's got to be about a ham sandwich at this point?
Hey, don't be surprised. It might get cheap like that here. And like I said, you fuck them, you don't marry them. But there's gonna be idiots that will do that.
Make whores great again.
Never enough America. Our
Bring
whores are
back
quality
the,
whores for great prices.
The saloons and
We're going to stop importing these cheap Chinese whores. We're going to build a wall to get rid of the Mexican whores coming over here and whoring without paying their taxes and stealing American whores' jobs.
Hey, how'd you feel
Preach.
when they brought back saloons? Just go, yeah.
You mean brothels?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, saloons are supposed to be a little more than just that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you
they were
can
like
play
some
some
partial
cards.
brothels is what it was back in the day. Yeah.
Don't they already have those?
Nevada has a couple legal ones.
Yeah, in
That's
Reno or whatever.
Legally. It's way out in the desert area there.
A place called Pahrump.
I still want to go see
it's
the
like-
eyeball thing. Last time I was in Vegas, the eyeball thing was still being built.
Oh, it's interesting. I saw it.
I don't know. There's just like all those like, there's memes where the dude takes a picture of like from his fucking hotel room, and it's like the eyeball poking in, like looking at him. Like what the fuck? I don't know. I can't do it justice.
You can get really close to it. It's pretty cool.
Jesus Christ, Malone.
Plus, I'm gonna be over at Vegas. I think April, early April. So I'll get to go there for a bit and maybe buy some goodies, some gun goodies. Can't get nowhere else.
When Jacob Rothschild wakes up in hell. Well, I just want to say that I'm a huge fan. That was my Satan voice. I don't know. Daniel says, read what I put in the chat, biatch. I heard you can change more for the bonus hole when the market is flooded with first-gen shit.
Of what?
So if you get the new and improved bonus hole surgery, that all the first gen bonus holers.
Yeah, it's way tighter than regular puss.
Oh, is that what you're saying? Regular puss? I thought you were saying like versus the people who've already had the surgery now. Oh, that makes more sense too. Yeah, the first gen.
Yeah, you're saying like the Gen 2 female.
Yeah, but it smells like poop. It smells like poop.
It looks like shit too, honestly.
I heard the South Park thing.
That's me, baby.
All right, you guys were talking about a gun locker earlier. Like, oh, I can't spend much on a gun locker and blah, blah, blah.
Everyone, just wanted to show you the newest edition of my...
Check this shit out. This guy barely spent shit on his gun locker. Like, it's made out of plywood.
I've actually watched that guy's channel.
I mean, some people make some good ones. Shit, it's better, man. Easy for you to make it.
Yeah, he actually changed that because everybody gave him so much shit for his gun locker already. But look at that guy. He's probably more squared away than fucking half the people that fucking talk shit about prepping. Good for that guy.
Yeah, dude, that guy's doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all his toilet paper. His Kirkland toilet paper and Kirkland water. He shops at Costco.
He got some Mountain House stuff too, I saw.
Yeah. Dude, 5-gallon buckets of rice and beans and oats and shit, man.
Look at all the books and shit he's got there. That's smart.
Yep.
And all the go bags.
I feel like he's best drinks for the rest of the family.
A plus to that guy.
Yeah, dude, this guy passes. He gets a P.
For penis?
Yes, for penis.
Just checking.
By the way, there's only like 4 or 5 guns in there, though.
Yeah, come on now.
How many guns can you shoot at one time?
I mean, he's still prepared.
10 to 12.
No.
I can shoot one with my penis and with my pinky toe.
No, that's more than enough guns. As long as it's just him, you know. If he's got family, then he needs more guns than that. But if it's just
looking
him,
at them backpacks, you got family.
Yeah, that's his whole family.
He's just
like
got 2
people.
young kids and his wife, and she's not into guns.
no, she's going to be into guns when they fucking hack the fucking power grid.
Yeah, they got 20. She got 22.
Oh, I was gonna say give it the shotty.
I'd rather have my wife behind me with the 10-22 and like 10 fucking B mags that are 25 rounders than nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, dude, he's doing better than most people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, people gave him so much shit on his channel. He actually put all of his guns in like a lockbox, like a job box, underneath his bench
Oh,
because
fuck
everybody's
those
giving him
people.
shit. I
Those
know,
people
man.
need to go suck a dick.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with how he had everything set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the funny thing is he's more prepared than most people because some people don't even got fucking food or water basic in their house.
Yeah. You can have 10,000 guns, but if you don't have fucking a pound of rice, you're fucked.
Who was that channel? What was that channel name?
Fuck. I'll look it up real quick.
Well, even basic medical supplies. I know.
I don't know. This is on Twitter, so it doesn't show. Like, it's like
no.
The post is not from him.
Gauze or none of that shit.
Jesus Christ. Never mind. Come on, King Charles. Oh fuck yeah! I got Rothschild. I got Jacob Rothschild.
No, it's not that bad.
Dude, that guy's burning right. He's getting poked in the butthole by devil's fucking pokers and getting pineapple shoved up backwards and all the things right now.
That is the Idaho prepper.
So on a serious note, since Jacob is now dead, who is the head of the Rothschild family currently then? Does anybody know?
Oh, well, let's see what Google says.
Who's captain of the Rothschilds?
Head of the Rothschild family. Well, it said Jacob. That's who it was. Who is it now?
Who is the 5th Baron?
Yes.
The Rothschild Foundation, the charity that manages the family's former home, the County House Woodison Manor, said Jacob Rothschild's daughter Hannah would succeed him as its chair. Jacob Rothschild was married for more than 50 years to Serena, who died in 2019.
Oh, let's see a picture of Hannah.
Adrenochrome exposure.
Adrenochrome exposure.
It does kind of make me wonder, though, when it comes to the Bilderberg families, because the Rothschilds are always number one, if Soros has now taken that leap and become king.
Well, remember, it's just him and his son, so I'm just curious what he gonna do.
Dude, it's the people who own the banks. Because, like, Federal Reserve Bank, owned by People's Anonymous, never been audited before. Bank of England, owned by People's Anonymous, also, as far as I understand, never been audited in modern times as far as, like, you know, accounts receivable and such. Several other banks, like national banks around the world, same deal. Like most national banks have kind of the same deal. And then there's the Bank for International Settlements, which again, owned by who? Not quite sure. But when we're talking about like who are the richest people in the world, you're like, oh, it's Elon Musk, because Elon Musk has this much and his company is worth this much. But they never talk about the banks, dude. They never talk about how much holdings these banks have, how much gold and reserves or whatever that they have, how much property they own, how much fucking money they control. Because if you did, then people like Elon Musk would not be number one. But I just work here.
Well, it's like the same thing with the private gold reserve of the royal family, too.
We did this yesterday or the day before. Hal refuses to open pod bay doors after determining Dave is a white male. I'm sorry, Dave. But you were a white male. Well, that's all the stories I had. You see Wendy's is doing sliding scale fucking pricing depending on how much business they're doing at that time of day or that time of year or whatever. Depends on how much your burger costs now.
No.
That's wild.
So you can go in there on a Tuesday and it's going to be a different price potentially than a Friday or whatever, you know?
Seems like a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, no, somebody's going to, beat the system.
Holy shit. What was that?
Thor? You just threw a rock at God and God fucking answered. Like, well, Jesus. Oh, here's Zuckerberg making swords in Japan for some reason. Like, why does he suck at everything?
He's an alien.
Like, look at him. Like, oh, is this what humans do?
Dude, you could sneeze on that guy and he'd fucking fall apart.
Did you see him at that MMA fight or whatever? And they were like handing out T-shirts, and he was like in the middle of everybody. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm here too, man. Oh, let me try to. Oh, you got it. Okay, cool. All right, I'm still here. Oh yeah, here's another guy. What's up, dude? Oh, you're not talking to me. Oh, cool. All right, well here's a T. Oh, you got it. Okay, I'm just gonna stand here then, dude.
I mean, I would like to see him fight against Elon Musk, but sadly, I think he's the type that probably pays attention a lot enough and probably would beat him.
No, I don't think Elon Musk would allow him to be bought.
Elon Musk ain't that much of a spring chicken either. So.
Democratic Socialist of America endorsed Tim Hernandez, who, if you guys don't remember, was the Colorado House representative who was protesting for Gaza, for like the people of Gaza against Israel. And this was on October like 8th or 9th, like directly after October 7th when all that shit happened. Dude, what a piece of shit, man. Fuck that guy.
Yeah. I actually want to point something out too. I found out here today that U.S. Senate candidate Bernie Moreno for Ohio is an anti-gun sack of shit. Fuck him. Do not vote for this man if you live in Ohio.
7-inch 1911. Look at this thing.
It's beautiful.
Lucky number.
I think the guy has a small pee. He's got small pee-pee.
Hey, man. Small pee-pee sexy gun counts.
Is that an 8-inch or?
It's a 7-inch, yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, it's
That's
for
1911.
1911's for people with small penis.
And I thought my Mark 23 was big.
That recoil is very low.
Too bad it don't have a rail, so you could put the Surefire, that long ass light on there.
Mm-hmm.
Girl blows out her sister's birthday candles and finds out. Okay, let's watch.
Woo!
Oh,
birthday, bitch!
It was
his head off.
it was my nephew's birthday Friday, and he was 3, but he didn't really care blowing his candles out. Like to play with the toys though.
Camels can drink 200 liters of water in 3 minutes. Holy fuck, dude!
That's a lot of suction.
I don't think I could drink 200 liters of water in a week. Like maybe if I was trying real hard.
It's because they're loading up the humps to go into the desert is why.
Yes, dude. Jesus, man.
Them lady humps.
Oh, yeah, that shit was fucked up.
What is this? The elites don't want you to know this, but the Save Gaza signs are free. You can take them home, and I have 458 Save Gaza signs. The fuck?
I don't know what he's doing.
I have no idea.
It means they're giving away free ammo to the fucking Gaza side.
If I won the lottery, there would be signs. This is if Duke won the lottery. Like I spent all of my money on life-size Warhammer figures.
That's a
has to be Lord of the Rings.
suit, sir.
That's a what?
Fallout 4 armor suit.
Well, whatever. Same shit.
Power armor.
Christ.
Well, that's supposed to be like a military person.
Okay, I was watching this earlier and it pissed me off. Have you ever in your life gotten excited and done this like hand thing this guy's about to do? Watch. Have you ever done that move before in your entire life? This move
I've
right
seen
here.
it.
Only in a child, maybe. Like, the fuck?
I've seen a grown person do that once.
It makes you want to do like a back suplex on this guy. Like, fucking break his neck on the floor, you know? But
Yeah.
whatever.
Then if he doesn't get up, we put him down like the dog he is. What?
I'm surprised the waiters didn't just tell him to get the fuck out right then and there.
You gotta hear the audio now.
Right.
Never even get the joke. Has to have the audio on.
Do you just hit that bitch with money in the face?
Fuck yeah, yeah.
Right, you gotta hear the audio to make it sense.
I want to feel like it's raining on me. I want to
a bit of hail in that rain, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
Super happy about it. That's nice. That's a good video.
Asians are kicking our ass at everything.
Yankee hat with no brim. That's weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it's strange.
All right, guys. Well, we've been going about an hour and a half now, which is about how long we normally go for Titty 2A Taco Tuesday with Ihana and friends. I can't say that because this is only the second time we've done it. 2A Taco Titty Tuesday. Titty 2A Taco Tuesday. I forget what it is. What is it?
Titty Taco Tuesday?
2A Titty Taco Tuesday. 2A Titty Tuesday with E-Honda. There we go.
And tacos.
And tacos for some reason. Pink tacos.
Mmm.
Pink tacos and titty too. The name just keeps getting longer and longer and longer. All right, guys. Well, I do appreciate y'all showing up. We'll see you next time. Deuces, y'all shall not pee in fridge. Trouba shabba nabba batacat care pressure and prick the troops. And what else? Oh yeah, this one.
We'll teach Donald Trump a valuable lesson. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
That's right. That's right. You don't do that. All right, dudes. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Cockball back.
Where the white women at?